Imagine a world where the push for eco-friendly skyscrapers and offices is grinding to a halt, all because of a single administration's approach to environmental rules. That's the shocking reality we're facing right now with the slowdown in global demand for green office buildings, largely triggered by Donald Trump's policies on environmental protections. If you're passionate about sustainability or just curious how politics intersects with our planet's future, stick around. This is a story that could change how you view the buildings we live and work in every day. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this slowdown a temporary setback, or a sign of deeper issues in how we prioritize the environment over political ideology? Let's dive into the details. A recent survey conducted among professionals in the construction industry reveals that the momentum behind green office buildings, those designed to minimize their environmental footprint, has noticeably cooled off following Donald Trump's aggressive moves against environmental protection measures. This shift, as highlighted in a piece by The Guardian, https://www.theguardian.com/environment/2025/ox/31/Harrison-4-Donald-Trump-climate-crisis, has led to a notable dip in enthusiasm within the United States, according to insights from the Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors, RICS. Building owners, occupants, and investors in North America and South America have reported a substantial decrease in the rising interest for eco-conscious commercial properties. This trend appears directly tied to shifts in U.S. policy priorities, based on the RICS survey findings. Meanwhile, demand in the rest of the world has also declined, though not to the same dramatic extent. To put this into perspective for beginners, residential and commercial structures combined are responsible for about 34% of the world's greenhouse gas emissions in 2023, as outlined in a report from the United Nations Environment Programme, UNEP. https://www.unep.org/resources/report-global-status-report-buildings-and-construction-2024-2025. Most of these emissions stem from everyday operations like heating, cooling, and powering our homes and offices, but roughly 20% come from the act of building them in the first place. Think of the energy-intensive processes involved in creating concrete foundations or erecting steel frames. The UNEP report emphasizes an urgent requirement for swift changes in the building sector to align with international climate objectives. Yet, the RICS survey indicates that construction experts worldwide are witnessing a deceleration in this demand growth, raising questions about whether we're on track. So, what exactly makes a building green? These structures employ a variety of strategies to lessen their ecological impact, from selecting low-emission materials, such as alternatives to traditional high-carbon concrete.
https://www.theguardian.com/art-and-design/2023/jan/30/lift-eco-office-black-white, to reducing water consumption, minimizing heat escape through better insulated windows. https://www.theguardian.com/environment/2019/july/28/ban-all-glass-save-energy-in-climate-crisis, and harnessing renewable energy sources like solar panels. Particularly noteworthy for those new to this topic, enhancements in energy efficiency don't just help the planet, they also slash ongoing expenses, making them a smart financial choice for building owners. Nicholas McLean, RICS's acting president, offered a hopeful perspective. It seems to me that what we're seeing at the moment might be a blip. He pointed out that the end users of these buildings, the people who will actually occupy them, desire sustainable options. Everybody, frankly, knows this is the right thing to do, he added. Moreover, green office spaces often hold a market edge, drawing premium rents due to their appeal to major corporate tenants who prioritize environmental responsibility. And this is the part most people miss. Even amidst the U.S. decline, some American respondents still noted an uptick in interest for sustainable commercial developments. However, the proportion of construction experts across North and South America signaling increased demand dropped sharply, plummeting from 25% to just 11%.
Beyond the Americas, the percentage reporting growth stood at 40%, a decrease from 48% back in 2021 when the survey began, but still significantly higher than what's being seen in the US. Kisa Zera, RICSA's sustainability analyst, stressed that governmental policies and regulations exert a massive influence on market confidence. The Trump administration has actively worked to roll back numerous environmental safeguards established by both Republican and Democratic predecessors. https://www.theguardian.com/environment/2025/may/01/trump-air-climate-100-days. Potentially eroding trust in green building standards, as explored in an article from The Conversation, https://theconversation.com/like Reagan Trump is slashing environment regulations, but his strategy may have a far deeper impact. RICS also pointed to a worrying trend, a reduction in the number of industry professionals tracking embodied carbon in their projects. For those unfamiliar, embodied carbon refers to the greenhouse gases released during the production of building materials, like steel. https://www.theguardian.com/business/2025/apr/17/british-steel-safe-what-now-sustainability, glass, and concrete. https://www.theguardian.com/cities/2019/february/25/concrete-the-most-destructive-material-on-earth, as well as throughout the construction phase itself. Alarmingly, 46% of professionals admitted they weren't measuring this embodied carbon, up from 34% the previous year. Even more concerning, only 16% of those surveyed indicated that such carbon assessments genuinely shaped their decisions on materials during project planning. But let's get real, this situation sparks a heated debate. Should environmental policies be immune to political changes, or is there merit in re-evaluating regulations that some argue stifle economic growth? Do you think market forces alone can drive sustainability, or does government intervention remain essential? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree that this is just a blip, or fear it's a step backward for our planet? We'd love to hear differing views and start a conversation.